everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Helen Hare. I'm a Kent area demonstrator. I am delighted to have been asked by the Flower Ranger magazine to do a short video for you to recreate my design that was featured in the spring issue of the Flower Ranger magazine. So here it is. This was the spring issue, and that was the design that I did. As you can see, it's a very simple but classic design using bright coloured spring flowers just to cheer us up, and that's what we all need right now. Right, the Flower Ranger magazine is full of ideas, so whether you are a master florist, a church flower ranger, a gardener, a craft enthusiast, or just a flower ranger like me, it has something for us all. Now, during the pandemic, unfortunately, the subscription of the Flower Ranger has taken quite a dip. So Chloe, the editor, and her team are working very hard trying to build up the the subscription again. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our favourite magazine to keep it on track. Now, the cheapest way to do it is through your own flower club, or if you don't belong to a flower club, I'm sure most of us do. It's also available from W.H. Smith's, or you can go straight to the NAFAS website. There will be a link to to take you there. So please support us, and let's get our favourite magazine, the Flower Ranger, back on track again and keep flower ranging. Now I'm going to show you my design. As you can see, I used this moon vase. It's called a moon vase, obviously, because it's round. So therefore it's shaped like a moon. It's a very, very popular item to use for Japanese flower ranging, or any kind of Oriental style flower ranging. But I did buy it as an ornament because it didn't have a hole in the middle for me to place this foam in. So I've got my husband, he's quite handy. So I'm very pleased to have him. He used, I believe he said, a circular saw, like a cutter type of thing, that size, and he just cut a hole in it, and this enables me to put this, just a small amount of foam in there to, to do the design. To start off the design, I have used this Aconidia vine. It's a kiwi vine. I have this in my garden. I have it for about 20 years. It's a climber. It grows, profusely, actually. So every year we hack it right down to the bottom, and then off it goes again. It goes about 20 foot by 20 foot. And isn't it wonderful? It has this kind of sends out the very young shoots, like tendrils, kind of wraps around itself or wraps onto another branch. So it's quite useful for flower ranging because it has these lovely flowing lines, and has lots of rhythm. That what we like in our design. Now, believe it or not, these were still the actual ones that I use in the in the spring issue, but because I haven't been doing any kind of demonstration, so I just kept them. Say me go hunting. I mean, I've got plenty of it, but it's finding some that's the right shape that I like. So and that's why I kept it. Just want to show you how it's coming on. As you can see, it's it's giving us height, and it's giving us flow, and lots of movement, and lots of rhythm. Okay, so now in the original design I used a garden fern. unfortunately, when I went to look at it, to cut it, it's all got well, frostbite, I guess. It just wasn't in very good condition. But fortunately, I have this house plant. It's a Boston fern, so that is what I shall be using. They're quite small, so this is the longest piece that I have, but that's okay. And they've got very fine stems as well, but you don't have to use fern. You can use something else. You know, we can, improvise. That's what we do. That's what, us flower arrangers do. We can improvise, what we have in the garden. But I just wanted to use something that's kind of with a bit of flow and that will give us a line. So, and I've got quite a few house plants because they are quite useful. Like today, I don't have the fern that I want, and I managed to, use this. Apparently, house plants is quite trendy at the moment, but I say I'm a bit of a plant holic anyway. I don't mind if it's garden plants or house plants. If I like it, I shall have it. It keeps saying on. I think it was last week. There was or this week on the on the Garden as Well programme, they said houseplant now is very trendy because lots of people, apparently some people have about 50 in the plant, in their house. Actually, I'm surprised that my husband haven't gone round and counted mine. That's the kind of thing, that's what he does. He keeps telling me I've got far too much of everything. I say when it comes to plants, you can't have enough. So there you go. So that's created kind of my outline. You can see why I use fern, because it does give it that nice flow and line. Okay. Next I did manage to find some. This is Heuchera. Isn't that a lovely colour? They're so different colour. You wouldn't believe that is from the same plant. This is exactly what I use in the magazine. It's one of the caramel or creme brulee, something like that. This one, the leaves gets about twice the size of this. Once it gets going in the summer, with more sunshine. We do love Heucheras. I've got quite a few variety. I don't always know the name of them. Going back to houseplant, did you in the spring issue of the Flower Ranger? There's a beautiful design by Chrissy Harton with just houseplants, and it's wonderful. Just comes to show you, you can make a beautiful arrangement with using just houseplants. There you go. That's with the Heuchera in it as well. Okay. Next, we are very fortunate. Look at this, on this beautiful Narcissus. Oh, and they have the most amazing scent. If only I can transport this scent to you. Now, we are very fortunate. These were sent to us by his sponsor. They sponsor us with this. Let's see if I can pronounce the name right. Clanwentz Flowers by Clanwentz. They are based in Cornwall, so therefore it's a Cornish name. That's why I'm finding it a bit difficult to pronounce it. They also sponsored the flowers for us with the original photo shoot as well back in October, because there was no way that we would have had, got narcissized in October. The stem is quite thick, that's the only trouble. Well, it's not a problem, but I'm going to have to use just a cocktail stick up there, and leave that much down, and that will enable me to put it in there a bit easier. I'm going to turn it around because it'd be easier for me to push it in. Yeah, so very kindly, I'm sponsored the flowers for this video. Now these arrived yesterday, and you can see they're in perfect condition. They arrived in a box and they were strapped down to the box, so it's obviously been very carefully packaged. So and they are family run business. So they've got a website, Flowers by Clowance, CLOWANCE. So thank you to them for sponsoring us with these beautiful narcissi. I did have some in the garden, but they've gone over. The weather's playing tricks on us, really. We don't know what it's going to do, to be honest. One minute it's bright sunshine, another minute is, well, this week we have this cold wind. This week, chilly winds. Just roll on spring, and hopefully we will soon be able to meet up face to face, I hope, now that we all had our vaccine. My husband's actually going for his second dose in 2 weeks' time, so can't wait. I'm a bit younger, so I won't get mine yet. He don't like it when I say that. But, yeah, hopefully when June comes, we'll be able to have, a face-to-face meeting. That would be wonderful, won't it? I think I can get one more in. Oh, it's just so wonderful to be working with these beautiful spring flowers, just to celebrate spring, to celebrate that we are alive. And there we go. Isn't that looking wonderful, bright and cheery while it's there? I'm going to put a couple at the back. To give it a bit of depth. It's a very simple design, so I do hope you will have a go at home. You don't have to use narcissi. If you haven't got it, you can use plain daffodils. That would be just as nice. Or tulips, It's just so nice to be able to get back and doing flowers again. Then next I have some Craspedia. I love these. I think the common name is Billy's Buttons. It's one of the very few plant material when it's dry and it retains its colour. Now, believe it or not, again, this were from the original photo shoot that we did in October, and they're still, like I say, they kept this colour well, and because they were already cut to the size, I don't even have to cut them. But if you can't get this, you can always, improvise, use something else. Because that's what we do, isn't it? Us flower rangers, we improvise. Well, I love to walk around the garden, when I'm doing a design, I love to walk around and see what I've got. Sometimes I find a surprise. Oh, I didn't think of using that. So it's lovely. I love to use, did I say that? I love to use garden material. Anyway, for my designs and for my demonstrations, because I'm a keen gardener. I have a garden full of you know, things that I planted for flower arranging. A couple more. Put one at the back. I'll show you how that's coming on. So it's giving it a really nice little bullet points, isn't it? They're lovely. It's giving it a different texture because they're quite textural plant material, but it's given us a lovely little form in the design. Okay, next I have some of these, I believe they're just called wood bands. Can you see? They're just flat, or rattan canes, sometimes they're called. I love using these because they're really versatile. You can use them in many, many ways. I'm just using them to give a bit of line to the, give it another line to the design, extra colour, excuse me, and again, it's a different texture because it's quite a fussy design, and a flat cane is smooth, and yeah, so it's given us another really line, a flowy forward line to the design, and it adds, just give it extra stronger colour. Now what I do to these, I've got two single ones, I'll turn that around and show you, so that's flowing down, and then these I just use a hot glue gun and glue them together, so it's giving it a nice bendy, flowing line, forward to the front, and it's giving us, this enclosed space in the middle there. It's a very, very useful material. Of course, it comes in all different colours as well, and you can create all sorts of things with it. So there we are. I think I'm nearly done. So all I want to say is thank you very much for joining me. I hope I have inspired you to, to have a go. And now, when I finish here, there's going to be a screen to show you where to subscribe to the, to the Flower Ranger. And I hope, please, you will subscribe if you haven't done so already to our favourite magazine, the Flower Ranger, to keep it on track and keep flower ranging. So thank you. Hope to see you soon.